Look at this girl coming through on the plane, saying the flight was too short. Ashanti on the Adam Bomb Show. Tell me, do you like the long flights?
I like the long flights because I can sleep. I don't have to worry about my phone going off. Like, that's my time to rest.
What do you watch anything? Because when I'm on a flight, I can't sleep. I take like a Benadryl, and I'm going through whatever on the Wi-Fi, and I have to, because the bumps. You know when you fly over the Rockies and you're like, the plane's going to come down, you know?
I hate that. That's the worst.
How many miles do you think you've traveled just touring? If you could guesstimate.
Man. If I could guesstimate, let's put it into perspective. I have been flying for free first class for at least 8 years.
Man.
And yeah, because you know when you get your miles,
right? Yeah.
You get all these free tickets.
Right.
So it's a lot of miles.
I want to take it back. I looked. I have these photos of we did an interview in 2001 when you and Ja were on tour. But maybe it was 2002. And I had bleach blonde hair. You just come off stage and sweating a lot. But, you know, obviously, I couldn't find these photos. I wanted to.
Oh, my gosh.
But let me bring it back to then. You had that look that you have now, that you were just having fun and exciting. Yeah. How do you keep that energy up? Because, I mean, I can imagine it can be a grind.
It could definitely be a grind. But I think just being in the industry for so long and going through ups and downs, you have to learn to have fun. Because once it becomes a job, it's like, why do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to have the love and the passion and the hunger. The hunger has to be the same. Because if not, then I might as well just sit behind a desk.
Right.
Know?
But I'm imagining, though, at some point it's become a job just because you get frustrated. I get frustrated at my job. What do you do? How do you bring it back? Is there things you think about? Is there people you go to?
You know what's so funny? I had a conversation with my DJ just yesterday. And sometimes on the road, you hear complaints. And I said, you know what? There's somebody that didn't wake up today. There's somebody that woke up with one leg. There's somebody that woke up with cancer. There's somebody that woke up and their mom died. Like, you can't complain about these regular things when life is just life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we are very fortunate to be in the business that we are in, and just to be grateful, because it could be so much worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't imagine though the pressure on you. Let's just bring it back to when all the singles come out. Maybe your first one will go. Let's get another hit, Ashanti. Let's get another hit. Tell everybody what that's like though, because I don't think people can go behind the curtain and see what it's actually like to be an artist, to have that pressure. After you had a couple number ones, people want more. That's
the worst part. Like your number 2 and 3 album, that's when the pressure is really on.
Really?
Because you already set the standard. And, you know, for me, as a new artist, I was so naive. I didn't know if it was good, if it was not. I'm like, I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records. Is that
I was
going to
ask you that.
Like, I didn't know if that was something positive.
They sent me like the press thing. Like, really? She had that? That's crazy. But that's a cool thing to have though, right?
It's very cool. Very cool. But it's like you don't realize and you don't appreciate it until a little bit later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Talk about, I guess, right now, and people like to reminisce a lot. They like to do the throwbacks and everything. How often do you reminisce on the road right now with Ja? Just basically, maybe if it's nothing to do with the music, it's just the times you guys had back in the day. Do you guys talk about those a lot? Because I'm sure there was plenty of them.
There were definitely plenty of them. But you know what's crazy? We're so in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe a few months ago, we might have been reminiscing about some of those times, but we're so in the now.
Yeah.
It's like, Bonnie, where are you? Are you at the hotel? Are you going to, I'm not going to sound check. You going to sound check? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of like we're in the now. But I do know when I'm backstage listening to his shows and just like the things that he continues to do, like just certain parts of the show that I know.
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm like, man, I remember just being backstage and like, wow. We're here, you know. That's
so cool. Ashanti's on the Adam Bomb Show. I want to get your opinion on pop music, hip hop music right now, because when you came out, a lot of hits, a lot of stations were playing it, and music has changed a lot. I think. I mean, it's gone through these cycles. Where do you think you fit in right now? Are you still pop hip hop, or where do you want to fit in right now?
I would say. That's a hard question. I like to call my records mother effers.
Okay.
And that stands for multi-format.
That's good.
In more ways than one.
I like
you know,
that.
I mean, like, I'm a fan of great music that touches the heart and touches the soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pop is great. Techno, you know, rock, you know, there's room for all of it. But for me, Ashanti, I feel like just me being a writer and my lyrics, they cut and they get right to your heart.
Yeah.
You know, and some of it is party and you can dance and move to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
right.
we have our lane.
Right. Well, you do. I think you definitely do. Tell me about when you write. Do you go off in a corner, or do you just, when you hear something, do you write it down somewhere or put it in your phone?
All of the above.
Really?
All of the
Okay.
above. Sometimes I'll get in a corner. The most for me, when I'm in the studio, I have to sit with my feet up, like
Okay.
on the chair. When I do that, it's go time. You know,
Right.
I don't know what it is about that position, and I still write in a notebook. It's so
Do you
funny,
really? Old
'cause
school.
Yeah, all the guys, they laugh at me. They're like, "Yo, did you just pull out a pen and pad?" Yes, I did. They have like iPads and they're in their phones. I like to physically see it. I like to visualize and see what I'm writing, because sometimes that helps me form the idea, you know. And like,
Right.
I'll write certain things on the borders, and I'm like, I'm gonna save this for the vamp, I'm gonna save this part for this part of the bridge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I like to see
You
it.
were intense with it, though, too. By the way, when you stuck your shoes out, can you focus in on these shoes real quick? Are they bedazzled? Is that what that is?
Yes, they're a little bedazzled.
You didn't do that, did you, Ashanti?
I wish.
That's
no.
amazing. So tell everybody, I mean, your tour with Ja Rule's almost over, right? This is one of the last days.
This is one of the last days.
Was it everything you expected it to be when you started it?
You know what? I didn't. Okay, how can I say this? I wanted the crowd to be into it, and I wanted the crowd to like really enjoy and see the creative process that him and I put together. But I had no idea that there were going to be people crying and coming on stage crying, and posters, and people
wow.
making posters and pictures and painting our faces and getting tattoos. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like that, because that was 2002. You know what I mean?
Right, but people don't forget, though. You know, they never forget.
They don't forget, and this is a true moment and a true testament to that. Because again, like, you know, me and Ja, we were together in LA in the studio, and we were like, yo, we're gonna do this and it's gonna be crazy and blah blah blah. But I personally didn't think, like I said, people
Right.
were gonna be like, can you sign this? I'm gonna tat this on my arm tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that's
well.
crazy.
Okay, if you guys had social media, because you guys both very, very huge and spoke your mind back in the day when you
Yeah.
first started. If you guys had social media back then, do you think there would have been something that was posted that blew up? Because you know how crazy things get, you know? I'm not asking for a specific. I'm just saying, do you think?
It might have been a
Yeah.
couple of quotes that might have been posted that might have shouldn't have been posted.
That's all good, though,
back
right?
then.
Yeah.
Possibly.
What do you have coming down the line? Because I didn't even see. Do you have new stuff in the pipeline, right? Let's talk about it. I want to hit that.
Gosh, I'm so excited about the new music. I have 2 singles in my head that you know how like you want your music to come out, but then there's a stance where you're like, I can't wait for this. I can't
Yeah,
wait
you're
for
passionate.
People. I'm like so over the top confident with these 2 records that I have. They're smashes, and I'm so excited for people to hear them. So obviously I've been working on the music. I've been doing film. I have a film coming out called Stuck later this year that I executive produced. TV projects. There are 3 television projects. 2 of them I'm EPing that we're working on, hopefully to be out top of next year. Obviously, my record label, Written Entertainment, which
Yeah.
my album will be coming off of later this year, top of next year.
So you're
But
not busy at all. At all. That's amazing.
just a little
You
bit.
have your own record label.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome. I mean, you've literally elevated yourself to the very top of everything, running things, which I think is so cool.
Thank you so much.
Do you ever look back and sit there and listen to your old stuff just because sometime and
You know
just be
what?
like,
Sometimes I do, and it's really a bittersweet. It really is, because it brings me back to a time of just, wow, I remember when we were mixing this at Soundcastle in LA, you know, and I was 20 years old, 19 years old. And it's good to kind of relive those moments, you know. Sometimes it's sad because it's like, where did the time go?
Yeah, I
You
was
know
thinking
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
Where did it go? And again, like, we've been through a lot of ups and downs, and you have to be so strong to maintain in this industry. You know, there's a lot of females that have not endured what I endured just with my record label and the things that we've gone through. So for me to be here today, you know, and getting people to ask for signatures to tat on them.
Yeah, of course. Doesn't happen every day like that.
You know what I mean?
That's got to be
So
a good feeling.
I'm very grateful.
Last question. Is there one fan in particular that's come up to you and said, you changed my life because I was here, or I used to be this, and you changed my life with your music.
So many. And that's the thing. Like, awards, Grammys, Billboards, America, those are all amazing. I'm grateful for those. But the testimony from people, I literally had 3 people last night. Where were we? Where was I? Tampa. I was in Tampa last night. Literally, I had a woman come up to me, and there's this skit that I do on domestic violence in my show. And she had tears in her eyes, and she was like, I just want to say thank you so much because you helped me to get out of that relationship. I was abused for about 5 years, and I was taken back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a guy that came up to me, and, you know, he was suicidal. He was like, I used to cut myself, and, you know, your music really helped me believe in myself again. And that is the stuff that really strikes a chord with me, you know?
That's got to be an amazing feeling, though. You know?